Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay. Man, oh man. Bam, bam. Just like that. And boom. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got today. So today I saw EYNE come up. It's up 79%. Actually, let me jump y'all over here to the scanner. Okay, yeah. So EYEN jumped up 79%, 78%, around $2. Got a volume of 18 million. Relative volume of 63. Shares float is 2.82 million. And was looking, I don't know, I was looking around at this ticker, and it doesn't have a catalyst on the day. Why does this thing keep clapping up? Okay, doesn't have a catalyst on the day, but I don't know. It had one from yesterday. Maybe some people are trading trying to trade a continuation move. It is on the cheaper side. But before we get into that, I want to go over the trade from yesterday. The trade from yesterday. Let me go back here to I think it was BCLI. This trade right here. I was going back and looking at what I actually did during this trade, and going back and watching the stream and all of that. I took a good trade, had good profit. I just did not take profit. Over here on my scan, or this is what I was looking at. I actually held this thing way too long. So BCLI, if I go to the chart, this is in my trading journal. I actually bought right here at 240. This thing went all the way up to 280, almost 40 cents in the profit, and I sold none. I was like, what in the world? Why did I do this? You know, had the profit, just wasn't grateful for it. I thought it could continue. It was only $2. I was like, I can go to 3. You know, but definitely had the profit there. Ended up losing 86 cents. So I was up what 40, 240, all the way up to 2. So up about 40 cents and lost double that because I didn't take the profit, you know? So I was looking back at that because yesterday I was like, man, what did I do so wrong that, gave me this? One, I didn't take the profit. Two, I didn't cut the loss. So it was double what what I usually get out of a trade, which is 40 something cents or something like that. So yeah, that happened yesterday. But jumping back to today, EYEN is the one that is leading the morning. And I actually, there were a couple other things I want to go over in Benzinga today. Let's go back over to the scanner. So what I didn't look at, we were talking about me using this new platform, Benzinga, and all of this stuff, right? So it's got a couple tabs up here. I think we may have touched on some of these. Of course, y'all have been seeing me go into the news, press releases, and all of that stuff. But it's also got the calendar out here. And this calendar, basically, you can do conference calls, you can do dividends. Conference call, let's see. Last one was on 5/15. Okay, and then you can go into the webcast from here. They have the dividends, no dividends found on this one. They have the earnings. Earnings were I don't even know what date that is. 11/13. That doesn't make sense. And earnings are coming up on those days. Okay. I was like, what? They have the guidance. The guidance is preliminary, all of this stuff. And then you also can choose what columns you want to put into these different searches, right? 52-week high, estimated EPS, all of that good stuff, right? We have the IPOs, when it IPO'd and all of that. We have the mergers and acquisitions, which this one doesn't seem to have any, or maybe they haven't updated maybe. We have the secondary offerings. We have the analyst ratings. And so there's a lot of information in this calendar that you can take advantage of that I've just been kind of clicking around and seeing. You have the chart where you can see the daily chart. I pretty much leave this on a daily. That's all I need over here. Let's go to financials. Of course, you can see all of their balance sheet, income statement, cash flow. We're all right here. One place. Peers, people that are doing similar or the same service. Insiders, you can see any kind of, let's see, what's this? Filing date, company. So basically, who is owning this company? Who's owning the majority of this company? And let's see, Expion 360. Is there any other columns that you can put on here? Own shares, so all of them are selected. Government trades, none of them are in here. Key data. This is where you can see, you know, I have the float over here, but you can see it all together over here. Shares outstanding, shares float, short percentage of float, dividend, all of that good stuff, right? All of this good stuff. Then we have the short interest, which is, it'll show you the settlement date, 4/29, receipt date, May 1st, effective date, May 8th, and it had a 4.71% float shorted on Xpun. I meant to be looking at IN, but I just realized. So very low short float on IN though. I guess that's good to know when you're coming in here and you're seeing this short float that just came out May 1st and effective date this, and now it's super short, or it's a super small short percentage float, and we can see how that's affecting it over here. No catalyst, low short float, and it's coming on down the line. Hit a high of 232. It is now 604, and this one has no catalyst, so won't be trading that one. I really was kind of burnt because yesterday, man, I lost so much, and I had profit. I had like 80, 90 bucks that I could have taken. I was like, oh man. But it's one of those things, you know, I'm not going to change what I was doing because what I did worked. It got me, you know, 40 cents in the profit. I just had human error not taking profit though. It was on me. It was on me. Let's see. Alerts. Settings. Anyway, pretty interesting day we had yesterday though. That PT whatever it was, I think it was PXTI or something like that. Man, that thing. What was it? PXTI, PITX. I can't remember the name of it. Oh my goodness. Mover from yesterday. PTXI. Stock. PTXI. Okay, there it is. All right, so this was the one I was talking about, PTIX. This thing, I missed this whole thing, man. And, you know, it came up here from 3, bundled up, 709. This was, it was, I like the catalyst from the other one better. But this one, man, it absolutely ripped the face off of shorts yesterday. One, it came out, it was kind of around this $9 level, came all the way back down to 6. So I know that probably faked a couple people out at the open, right? And then all of a sudden swings from 6 back cross ATR highs, holds that, and on to 11, 12 bucks during the day. Now I know I wouldn't have been holding this thing all day. I probably would have been probably just trading at pre-market, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely missed this one yesterday. But I'm not gonna change anything. That's one of the things that I've learned is if what you're doing is working and you are just making human errors, that's your fault. So that was my fault yesterday. Not taking profit, not locking it in when I had it, not being grateful. But if I come in and say, well, you know what, I just want to take anything that pops up, and or maybe I need to wait a little bit. It's just too much. I want to attack just like I did yesterday. Attack the first thing that's up, get that profit, take that profit, get the cushion, right? And then push on to the next thing. You know, I just did not like the catalyst on PTIX. Other people did, especially during the intraday. They liked it. Even during the pre-market though, they still liked it down here around 491. And but I mean, you kind of see how I like to trade. I kind of like to find a trend first before I try to enter. And on this one, I mean, it popped up, kind of came down here to a flat bottom, and we really didn't see a trend start until maybe like right in here. Maybe. Oh, snap. Why can't I draw? Oh, it's tripping. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I can get this thing to draw a trend line here. Maybe not. Interesting. I'll move it. All right, so let's activate that. Move it on up. So it didn't start any kind of trend. And usually what I'm looking for is that 3 tap. So I'm looking for like a 1, a 2, and the 3 didn't happen till all the way up here. So we got 1, 2, and then 3 all the way up here. That's I don't know if I could even traded that. I don't know if I even would have entered that right there. But it did hit that 3 up here and failed on that third test right there on that trend. Bam, and then rose all the way back up to that trend up here to the 1186. But at this point, I was already gone. I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna chill out, sit back, whatever. I'm not even gonna worry about it because I know I will take another winning trade at some point. Not this. I don't see anything this morning because IE or EYEN, it doesn't have a catalyst. It's come down from $2.32 and just coming on down, and I don't see anything else right now that is looking particularly edible. So yeah, bottom of this one was 150. ATR high is down here at 123. So yeah, the other thing that I have to take in consideration, like with the trade from yesterday, is the price. This price was cheap. I had got 40 cents. Okay, so the ATR on this thing was like 19 cents or something. It wasn't that much. It was like 19, 20 cents, right? I got 40 cents. I got 2 times what the ATR was on this one and still didn't take profit. Right now, with the higher ATR, I expect them to have bigger ranges, right? And PTIX from yesterday had a ATR. Whoops, had an ATR of. Let me make sure this is a PTIX. Yeah, let's see. How can I see that? News, calendar, financials. I don't even know if it'll be in this. Average volume, ATR. Does it have it just posted out here what the ATR is? Huh. Let me find that. News chart, maybe. Nope, not one. Not that one. Financials, key data. Maybe it's in key data. Maybe no. I don't know. How do you find ATR after this is gone? Let me just create a new workspace and I will go to watch list and I will put in PTIX And I will add ATR on here. ATR. Oh, did I spell it wrong or something? ATR quote. Bid ask. Oh, they don't have it. They're still working on this. Okay. So on the watch list, you can add it to the scanner, but the watch list, that ATR isn't on here. Unless I'm looking in the wrong place. Let's see. Symbol. Ask bid. Maybe it's in here. ATR. Interesting. Holding cost quote. Sector. So I can only do that on the scans, maybe? Or maybe I just don't know because I configure alerts for this watch list. Whatever. It's not like I'm going to be watching them anyway. I just day trade them. All right, back over to the scanner. I just want to see what that watch list would do. They're still working on it though. Let's jump over here. Back over to IYEN. This one's leading the day with 23 million shares, no catalyst, 79. It's almost 80 times its normal volume. And the RVOL that they use on Benzinga is a 90-day RVOL, right? So it's taking, what? Let me see. 60 days is 2 months. 90 days is a 3-month RVOL, right? One of the things in Thinkorswim that I do like is that you can script your own RVOL. I was using the 60-day RVOL, 30-day RVOL, and all of that. But the 90 days seems to be what most big traders are using because it's on here. They may come out with some other way to do it. Now I do know they have other RVOLs on here, I believe. Let me see, RVOL. So they got So they got the 90-day, the 30-day, the 10-day, and the 5 minutes 10-day, right? Taking the relative volume from that many days on here. But yeah, Benzinga is pretty cool, pretty nifty, but they are still working, and I will continue to complain about everything that I see on it. So we'll see if they can fix some things. I thought I fixed this. I don't want. So really all I want to see is the press releases and the SEC filings. The other thing, the BZ wire is kind of like anything can drop on there. You know, it's not like real legit. I like seeing the press releases from the company. Like if they're actually doing, you know, something, whatever. That BZ wire is a lot of it's almost like what's that thing? Stock twits or something like that, where they just you just see people talking. I think they have a chat on here too that I never look at. But here's the lounge. So let's see, 5 a.m. no. It's all good. Bundle of energy. Let's see what people are talking about over here. 3 a.m. Boy, they're up. 244. Good morning, traders. UNH up $8 in overnight trading. Let's go look at UNH. Good morning, Donnell. Donnell says, morning, SYTA, no PR, gain 53%. Continue from yesterday. Let's go. Well, yeah, let's go look at that. SYTA. Oh my goodness, I can't type. SYTA. Okay, so not seeing this one yet. It must, maybe the RVOL is a little low or something on it. SYTA. It's got 5 million shares traded. The RVOL's got to be low because it's definitely moving on up here. Let's go to SYTA. Yep, it's not even coming up here. Yeah, the R-Vol is too low on it. Seems like. You said no PR. Let's go. That's my TA. How do I calendar watch list movers? Gotta come on with it. So it says for press releases, it had news on May 15th, Core Gaming's AI design. Oh yeah, I remember we looked at this one. Partner news, any partners out here? May 15th. Actually, let's just look at all of overview or news all. Let's see if anything came out today. Nothing. SEC filings, press releases. What about BZ Wire? Nope, not even that. BZ Signals, nope. Partner news. So yeah, I don't see any PR over here yet. But we'll look at it. We'll look and see what it's doing. Is it going to be the leader on today? So it looks like it moved from $3 yesterday in aftermarket. Well, actually, first of all, yesterday it had a grind up. So grinded from 293. Was this a previous popper on the last week or something? Okay, so it had a pop back here, 263, but the relative volume just isn't there on this one. So it's not even popping up on my scans yet. This one, SYTA. Yeah. Maybe if it gets some more, but it's definitely got some work to do in the RVOL sector. Let me go and put on my RVOL in TOS. Well, no, TOS doesn't start working until the open, so that's dead. Surprised it doesn't have it though. 5 million shares traded. But maybe this 90-day RVOL is just too low. It's gonna have to continue, and it's throwing a lot of wicks too. Well, this is 1 minute. This is 1 minute. Let me back up to the well, still, even on the 5 minute, there are wicks. So over here on this 5 minute and this 15 minute, we can see this big wick up here. Right, bam, right there. So yeah, no PR2. Very scary motion there. Coming down. 620 right now. It's crazy. Like just looking for high R-Vol on this scanner is one of the things that I never could do during pre-market on my TOS scanners. I always had to wait for the open. But this one just calculates it. It's like, hey, yeah, this one's 82 times whatever. But I can't see the R-Vol on S. I guess I could change my R-Vol real quick and see what the actual R-Vol is over here. But for right now, it's just not showing up. So I'm going to do that real quick. So we're going to go over here, scroll this down. R-Vol, we're going to change this real quick to, let's say, 0. Okay. And something should pop in. Is it going to pop in? Okay, here it is. So R-Vol right now, look at that. Only 1 times is regular R-Vol. That ain't good. And it doesn't have any news. Now, what is this? TZUP has some type of catalyst for today. Let's go look at that. Thumbs Up Media. Thumbs Up Media presenting on Emerging Growth Conference trash. R-Vol, not even 1. So we're gonna knock that R-Vol back on up to so if I put in here 1, it should get rid of these 2. Yep. And then if I put in here, let's say R-Vol, I want to see 2 times the regular. Okay. Now it's gone. Oh man. But either way it goes, everything is gonna be in competition with EYEN today. So still got a lot of work to do there. All right, back over here to the scans. SYTA. Okay, so yeah, SYTA and both of those no catalysts moving up. And so like when I look at a chart like EYEN and I'm trying to find like a trend or something, it's just so hard for me to see it without like real bounces out of a level. This one bounced down here around 150, 150, 150, 150, and then slowly got up out of there. And it probably would have confused some people on this one. Maybe they held this 160, and took a 150 as an out, but just not a whole lot of motion there, not a whole lot of motion. It is under $2. The point of control is all the way up here at 205. I don't even know if it's gonna get back there today, to be honest. Let's go look at SYTA. It is under 6. Keeps throwing those wicks as well. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be a confusing one today because they're gonna be like, man, this thing just will not move. And a lot of times we'll see on these big wick stock or big wick tickers where they'll have a whole bunch of wicks and then all of a sudden during some point of the day they have one big strong pop and then a failure. So we'll see if that's the case on this one later on in the day. But right now during pre-market with no PR, it's just not worth the risk to hold it for that one big pop if it comes. Because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just comes. I remember last week we were trading something and I think every small cap on that day went sideways. Just straight sideways. I don't know if it was Thursday, Friday, whatever day it was just sideways action all the way out. But so I guess you could maybe see some type of, but the problem is this is from aftermarket yesterday, coming all the way into here. This isn't from pre-market. So that could be some type of trend, but no, I don't know about that. And then from today, no real uptrend except if it starts to uptrend from here, which is not too likely. But we shall see. The other thing, I know we went over this the other time with Benzinga with the RVOL. The 90-day RVOL is the only one that calculates during pre-market. So the other RVOLs, the 30-day, the 10-day, whatever, those calculate during the open or during the intraday. So another time coming right up here to this $6 whole dollar level. And forming another wick. ATR, I mean not ATR, the point of control right here is 614. You see these little volume bars moving up and down. There's definitely volume coming in here, but I don't know if it's selling or buying. Don't really have a confirmed trend line. And then EYEVEN is dying in volume. Not really trading like it was. SYTA is becoming the main focus on the day. But that RVOL though. Yeah, that looks pretty bullish. It might keep going. 657. It might at least test that high, 657, right? Let's see. I mean, it's only a couple cents. And more volume is coming in. Yeah. All right. So the low down here is 580. This is a big move off of this low. You know, where can it come and check back into? Maybe it tries to hold this 629. I don't know. Let me see what the R ball is real quick on it. The R ball now is at 2 points. So it's two times. It's two times the R ball now. 2.26 right here. SYTA 2.26, 2.2. Coming on up there. The other sounds that they had to play during this, I put the drip on because the other sounds are kind of annoying. The drip is annoying, but it's not as annoying as the other sounds that they have. So I was like, once they give custom music or something, I could put in there, and then I would put like, I don't know, some kind of kick drum or something in there. All right, so the win up hit $7, but no type of trend. This is a very steep move up for sure. Let's see what it wants to do through this 705, coming back down to that 690, but this candle has 15 seconds left, so it could push back up there, push on through 690. Maybe some news will drop later on in the day about this, maybe. Keep my eyes open for it. But as of now, still seeing nothing. Almost 10 million shares traded on it. EYEN not even moving anymore. It's kind of doing what that other stock did to me yesterday. The BCLI. After PTXIX popped up, it just was like dead. I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm gonna stick to trade my catalyst. I'm gonna continue to attack because I know that, you know, the trades are definitely there. I can get the motion, just gotta take profit. All right, more weeks coming in here. This came back up and tested the body of this candle, which was 690 through a week all the way up there. Okay. Well, I knew this was a steep move, but man, is it just gonna go right back down? Point of control right now is at the 623. 15-minute, 5-minute are looking nice and red, but it's still behind a pretty big candle. The bottom of these candles is at 581. Yeah, around 5. This one's 4 7. Okay, this one 575. Doesn't look like it's gonna be engulfing on the 15 or the 5 though. Coming on down. It's almost 3 times its R vol and getting more and more choppy. So we'll see if it can push back up to those highs. It keeps throwing these wicks, so I don't know. We see volume coming in from the side over here. More volume coming in around those 680s. And as that volume's coming in, we're seeing a little bit of a push down, but it's still on a green candle. So can it go ahead and push up? Looking real heavy right there. $10 million shares traded on this one. EDBL. EDBL, but it's up 42%, but the RVOL is coming up and about to pass. It's about to pass SYTA here. Let's go EDBL. What's this news? It's got some kind of catalyst over here. Let me go look. EDBL presenting on wait. No, that's the other one. EDBL is what I'm trying to get to. EDBL Edible Garden launches kick. Launches kick? Okay. What does that mean? Let me zoom down a little bit. Launches kick sports nutrition on Amazon. Partners with Piranha to accelerate brand growth. Strengthens form to formula positioning. Advancing innovation and expansion into better for you customer products. Right product at the right time. Okay. So kick. So it does have a catalyst on the day, but it is dropping very quickly. Hit a high up here of 323. It's only up 28%. Oh, and it's got an RVOL 5 times. Wow, that RVOL ran past the other one. SYTA had an RVOL of two times, and this one is up 5 times its positioning there with catalyst on the day, but it doesn't even have a million shares traded yet. So it's heading towards a million shares traded on EDBL at 27%. So it is still well away when it comes to the amount of volume in pre-market. Has a ATR high down here of the 225s, but it is the only one out of the 3 with a catalyst on today, leaving SYTA in the dust. We'll see if more people come and take notice on it, or will it end up crashing out? Looks like it has ATR low down here of 175. But if it starts playing at this cheaper of a price, under 20%, I'm not. I'm cool. I'll let it go. Let's go look at the daily chart on this one. Let's go to chart. Pull out the daily chart here. So it looks like oh, this thing actually, oh, that's cool. See, on TOS, you have to wait for the daily chart to start moving, but this one, you can actually see on the daily chart what it's doing in pre-market. It does look like it's a popper. I think I've seen this one before too. So, has previous, get off of the screen, please. Okay. I think I'm about to mess something up. Okay, no. Down. All right, so yeah, popping back here, December 2024, popping around March, and now at 246. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely struggling around that 20% level for sure. I don't really like those cheap ones that struggle to even hold 20%. It's like, come on, man. Anyway, so it hit a high up here of 322, has a low right here, but we don't have any kind of trend that we can kind of quantify here on the 1 minute. Nothing. I do know on the 5 minute though, it looks kind of drastic over here. Look at that. Came down almost over half that whole 5 minute move, and then look at it on the 15 minute. Big pullback. So yes, it has news on the day, and it has a relative volume, but it's struggling. It's on that struggle bus right now. Let's flip back over to SYTA. It's the one that's got the most promise of range. Oh, well, as soon as I get back over here, look at it. Okay, so now it has 3 times its relative volume. So let's see how steep this trend here is. This trend is almost, boom, like right there. That's a steep trend to try to hold up. Really steep. And it's only got 2 confirmed touches. Got one right here and one right here. Whoops. One right here. Activate. Bam. So boom, boom, and it has not come down and actually touched again. So that is a really, really steep trend right there. EDBL under 20%, back down to 18%. Not impressive. $641. Is it going to have a big crash through this or what? Still not seeing any news for it on today. EDBL kind of dead in the water. Boy, I tell you what. More wicks, more wicks. So it went from 7 up here to 737. And kind of just some odd struggle points for it. Not really at any whole dollar levels. Pretty much just $quarter levels. Let's look right here. So we got almost 575 there. Came down to kind of like a half dollar, 650. Rose up to 675. Pop. So it looks like $quarter levels. Very odd trading pattern there. Interesting. But SYTA RVOL is at 3.29. ATR is 80 cents on it though. The other two, 14 cents and 25 cents. Looks like it's gonna go for another round. It's grinding up on very low relative volume. Low RVOL. So yeah, it's trading like a chop factory. If it's trading like this in pre-market when there are no halts, I bet it's gonna be even more choppy during the day. Cause I mean, there's no way to stop it right now. And it has the freedom to move, but it has no mind of its, or it has no reasoning. Just a wild snake right now. So it tapped one, two. What kind of tap are you gonna have down here at the 675? Nothing to see here. What's up? What's up? Good morning to everybody that's jumped in. We're just looking at so basically these top movers don't have catalysts for the pre-market. That's the only issue with them. Um, the one of the EDBL, it's like, yeah, they got a new little program or whatever, Kick Nutrition, but that's not great news. So I'm like, eh. Looking for some downside. So something else can come and take over. If any news is going to drop this morning, it may drop during the intraday. So very small little test there at that trend, but this is a super steep trend. I'm expecting this thing to go ahead and fall down. It's like, oh, that's what you're expecting? Okay. So it's back at the $7. It's hit this point before that it showed a little bit of falling from. So let's see what it wants to do here. 13 million shares traded. I just realized EDBL only had a million shares. It barely got a million shares traded though. It got high RVOL, but the volume itself is low on the day. That $7 hold dollar level is a monster. Okay, so we got our little three tests. So how is it gonna form this trap here to drop? Got our 1, 2, 3. You're gonna consolidate then drop, or what you gonna do? What's gonna happen at this $7 level? Okay. So point of control is right here at the 679, literally what, 10 cents away? 14, 15 cents away. Kind of looks like it wants to just consolidate a little bit right here at the sevens. Another wick. And a little move down. Sure, nobody expects this one just to fall, but has gotten super choppy up in here. Let's go look. Set my R ball back to where it was. R ball 3. All right. This thing's looking quite heavy at this $7 level. BDBL not even holding up 20% anymore, 17%. Looking like it wants to head down even with catalyst, so I'm not into that. It's trying. Bottom of 679. I'm not sure about this, but I am sure about this one. It's going to have to reclaim if it's going to continue to hold this trend up here. Anyway, yesterday I believe Bitcoin was one of the things that I was looking at. Let's go to TradingView. So over here on TradingView, let me make sure it's up. Yeah. So over here on TradingView, Bitcoin went up and touched 107, 107-ish. And I was looking for more activity on the stocks to follow it up, but it wasn't a whole lot yesterday. I mean, I was up, but it was like, yeah, very small. Looking for Bitcoin to go ahead and break over those 110s. Don't know if I want to add to any of these crypto or anything. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just kind of holding and just letting it play out. I rarely, I don't even think about taking out or whatever on these. I don't even touch them. I just invest and let it ride. Just same thing with the dividend stocks. Just invest, let it ride. It's gonna go, it'll go. Okay, back over to SYTA. So it's looking like it's wanting to break down this level of 679, right in this little cloudy area. You're gonna pop back up. You're gonna trick them. You're gonna trick those shorts. You're just gonna go down. Okay, so small little breakout. Maybe it needs to test back under this 7 before it continues down, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it long. I think it's going to absolutely poot out. EDBL jumped up to 34%. What in the world? Why? EDBL going up there, came down, tapped around, and it has 17 times relative volume. Top side of this was 301, but that catalyst, I mean, it's got a catalyst on there. It's the only one of these three that has a catalyst, but it's also doing a lot of wicking dancing. No real confirmations as far as trends go. Start from here, go here, and nah. Start from here, go here, nah. Still got a lot of testing to do. Has tested neither one. And only 3.27. So not a whole lot of volume here. Not even 5 million shares traded on this little cheap stop. Yeah, I kind of think it can get back under 220 today. That ATR high, I really don't think it's going to end up holding up there. Oh, we got somewhat of a trend here. We'll see if this holds down. Trying to see what confirmations that we get around here, but right now nothing's confirmed. There's just what kind of looks like, but not is. Pop down to that 265. See what S back up to SYTA. More wicks under that $7 hold dollar level. I'm just not super interested in this one. I don't think it can go. But I could be absolutely wrong. It could just shoot to the moon. So 675 was the low on this one. Coming back down, testing a little bit. It's got somewhat of a downtrend here, a more clear downtrend now, but not really continuing it. Okay, so is this confirmation? Now these are on the 1 minute chart, so I kind of look for the higher time frames of 5 and 15 to confirm them. Duplicate. These are just very small little indications in comparison to the whole big chart. EDBL. Only up 36% and throwing wicks like this. Well, 7 o'clock is about to roll around. And we'll see if any new volume comes in, any new catalyst drop. But for right now, we got EYEN and EDBL meeting the criteria, but SYTA, I said meeting the criteria. They're meeting some of the criteria. SYTA is not. Coming into this little flat range here. Still has not tested down. So we got the 250 is down here, that $half level, and maybe 225, but it's starting to get these smaller and smaller candles here. SYTA back up to 690. Oh wow, went up to 690 and clapped back kind of quick. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, that looks like the start of a nice little fall. Came down there to 675, continuing with this downtrend maybe. Stopping there again though. So the previous tap was down here at 582, could drop to that. I don't now back down to 483 would be crazy, but 585 is definitely doable. Or it could stop right here at 625 for some more chopping. But it's got a little zone up in here. EDBL engulfing candle back to the downside. Only up 26%. Wow, it gave all that back so quick. All right, so this has got 3 taps here. But I don't know if that's gonna hold. A little cloudy. Okay, I see some other things popping up here, but they are CING NRXS is what I'm seeing right now, and they do have catalyst, but they have not reached a million shares traded yet. So let me go and look at what their catalyst is on today. See, starting off with Singulate CING efficacy results announced for Singlet phase 3 pediatric study. Right. So subjects demonstrated marked improvement of ADHD symptoms. Oh, this is ADHD drug. Okay. Man, and it's already down to the trenches. I guess people just read that first line and was like, nah, we good. Okay. So ADHD drug. Eh, let's see what NRXS is talking about. Awarded the first ever FDA clearance for treatment of what is that? Fab dyspepsia? FD? Fab dyspepsia? Significantly expands IB whatever stems total addressable market. Clearance covers patients 18 to 21. Oh, what is this? What is I need what is that? Fab dysphagia. Functional I can't even pronounce this word. Whatever. Functional is a common gastrointestinal disorder defined by symptoms arising from gastroduodenal region in the absence of underlying organic disease. I don't what? Okay. Is a kind of chronic indigestion characterized by frequent stomach aches and a feeling of fullness or bloating after eating. Okay. Oops. Wrong one. I hit the wrong, but where did I go? Okay, so back over here. So yeah, I don't know. Um, looks like it's up. I mean, it's got the R ball for sure. Let's go look at NRXS. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Definitely got a little popping. Meeting the R ball. It's got the catalyst. So we'll see. We'll see how that wants to play today. SYTA seems to have fallen. Let me note these down real quick. So we got EYEN, SYTA, EDBL, NRXS, and CING. Okay. So here we want to jump back over here. Now let's go through these. So EYEN still has the most volume. SYTA just fell from wherever it was there, and it came down here to the 650, real choppy. EDBL looking trash. NRXS back down, but it does have a catalyst on the day, and then Sing back down with the catalyst on the day. Now, as far as NRXS and Sing go, they both just got a million shares traded, and they have pretty much done a round trip up to the top and then back down. Both of them do have the relative volumes, and both of them do have the catalyst, but I don't know. I don't know which one of these is going to act right. They've fallen back below the ATR high on Sing. And so ATR low down here is 352. And then for NRXS, ATR down here at 250. So I don't know. NRXS is getting more volume than Sing right now, but both of them did kind of like a round trip for sure. Sing just went red on the day. So that one's pretty much out of there. Came back under the ATR, and that's his going on down. Not looking great there. EDBL slow climb, but that catalyst kind of still got me questioning. SYTA and then EYU. Did I get rid of something? EDBL. Sing. Wait, oh, I accidentally I was about to say, how did I delete that? Okay, back up here. So we got this one. We hit a high up here of 448. And looking kind of tragic down here. Volume of only 2 million shares. So there's still 3 stocks above it with almost 30 million. So it's definitely got quite a bit of work to do. Sing just trying to stay positive. Trying to stay positive, but it's not looking great. All right, SYTA. EDBL. Whoa. What you got going on? It's a nice 3 tap. Are you serious? That's 3 tap in there. Will it be able to hold up the 2? What is this? 2 something. EDBL. EDBL with 8 million shares traded. Only up 38 something percent. SYTA still holding 60%. Still no trends that can be identified just yet. Sing fading back to red. I don't think it's going to be able to compete with these top 4. And I don't think EYEN is going to be in this running as something that can actually do anything much longer. EDBL back up towards that top, forming a nice little topping tail there. Sing just popping back and forth. Doesn't want to die. Let's see. SYTA, EDBL, NRX. Wow. Okay. Slight little pop in there. That's probably gonna slow you down quite a bit unless you're just gonna rise through that. $4.15 on the 5 minutes. It's come back over like a halfway point here, so I'm looking at the 5, but still well within this previous candle. So I don't know if it's gonna what it's trying to do here. Got 4 million shares traded though. It's gonna snatch back through the $4. Yeah, you're looking a little bullish, my boy. Okay, can you snatch all the way back through? You got 4 million shares traded. 8 seconds left, and this is going to be forming some nice top and tail wicks if it closes like this. It did not want to close like that, huh? Top was 440. Okay. 5 million shares traded. It's got 197 relative volume on it. Very small little breakout. Can we find some type of trend here? I just don't know a stopping point here. It just keeps kind of pushing. 5 seconds left on this one. Oh my goodness gracious of life. All right, so that goes to the top. Yeah, that's to the top. 114%, 6 million shares traded, 236 relative volume. Insane. Yep. I had to just watch that one go because that was crazy. So in our excess, I'm wondering it's looking like the number one. It really is looking like it's going to be taking all of the attention. Hmm. All right, let me get rid of this one. So it's looking like SYTA is falling on off. EDBL may not be able to compete, and then NRXS going just crazy. Yep. Mm. Almost 10 million shares traded on it during the pre-market. Yeah, that's a hard one. For sure. I guess if you're a breakout trader, you made quite a bit if you wasn't waiting on a dip. Getting in at 461 breakout. Yeah, that's where he is. But I'm looking for those dips. So that one definitely did not give me what I was looking for there. Boy, that's why TA dying. Take that one off. It didn't have any catalyst on the day anyway. Nope. All right, so we're down to 3. NR excess, EDBL, Sing. Well, Sing is probably gonna Sing is dead. So NRXS and EDBL are the last two that we got, and yeah, EDBL might be dead as well, getting crushed. But there is no low buying on this one. It's just breakouts. No confirmation. You just get in. 372 breakup. Back in there. And if it's doing all of this in pre-market, the rest of the day might be dead. Well, we're gonna have to get a major breakdown for anything to come of this. Let me go look at the daily chart on this one. Maximize. So this is what the daily chart looks like on this one. NRXS. Whole lot of has it not, hold on, how long has this thing been trading? A year. Oh, okay. So this one's a year old. A little bit over a year old. Making this move. Interesting. So it basically clapped its previous highs up there. Well, not even its previous highs. Previous highs was right here at 693. It hit 685 today. So almost those highs. Interesting. Well, SYTA under 6. Whole lot of yeah, I don't trust EDBL within our excess up here like this. Could be a I don't know. I don't want to say anything crazy because this thing is crazy. But yeah. Almost touched those highs of 685s. Does the catalyst for that call for that type of reaction? I don't know. It is very extended though, for sure. But this is the one that had the most catalyst. It's got 500 times, 500x its normal catalyst or its normal volume. Insane. Very choppy daily chart. And no confirmed trend or anything on this one. Just pure motion. NQ is coming on downward. Most of these EDBL follows the NQ, so let's see, do any of these other ones follow it? SYTA follow is a slow follow. Both of them are slow followers. NRS and then EDB. Okay. Well, this pre-market, this is definitely not the setup that I look for. I look for some more pulling back to confirm a trend before a move higher. This one just didn't give me that. So didn't take that breakout trade right there at the 466. I'm sure somebody that's their strategy. But yeah, NRXS into the moon, baby. And then this one that we were talking about, SYTA did come within this range that we were seeing earlier. It has a 583 down here, but didn't quite get to that. But now this one getting choppy up here, throwing a couple wicks. All right. BBL back in the slaughterhouse, kind of just consolidating. Made a high, made a high, made a high. It's gonna have to come on down. Yep, kind of came into this pennant, looking like it's choosing to go downwards. NRXS popped up there to 701. This is another, I mean, after this extension, how much further can it go? I don't even know. Came back up here to wait, what you doing? Okay. Came back up here to 670. Is this going to be an engulfing candle or what? Nope. Okay. 15 seconds left. I don't know if any of you guys took that breakout. But yeah, that was, I know you made some money. You know, because of my loss yesterday, I am in need of toilet paper, so please just send me like 10 sheets. It'll last me last me the month. No, I'm kidding. All right, but NRXS is tripping. Does not have any kind of trend anymore, just kind of consolidating between 675 and the bottom here of 587s. So almost an engulfing candle. $633 times its normal regular relative volume. Another wick here up to the 650. So it did hit the all-time highs up there at that 693. Broke that 693 and then got shoved back in, got shoved back down. I'm gonna clean that one off. I don't want to see that one anymore. EYE. Looking like the backside of the move, but we still haven't confirmed any type of trend. So EDBL popping back up here, up 41%. Just kind of crazy in here, isn't it? Still making a wide range pennant here. Yeah. I don't know which one of these is actually holding. But this was a lot of consolidation around here. EDBL, 12 million shares traded. ATR of 28 cents. Definitely some wiki behavior. Big moves down though, man. You buy a breakout on this one, you're gonna break your neck. Yeah, that's death in a bottle. All right, let's go back over here. That's what TA. Okay. So at this point, we're trying to see, okay, well, is this some type of flag pattern? This right here on the 1 minute looks like the flag. Came down here to the $6, popped. But it looks like a failing flag. So it already did the pop, and now it's coming on down. The bottom of this is 591. So today, no pre-market trades for me. I'm about to jump out of here. I got to get on the road and get to my other office. So yeah, this is this. I'll see if anything else happens during the day. Maybe it starts to follow some type of trend. But the three that had catalyst today, NR, XS, EDBL, and Sing. The other two, EYEN and SYTA, did not have catalysts. So we'll see what they want to do during the day. But NRS is super extended. It's already hit its all-time highs and came back under it. Fell what, 93? How far did it fall? It went up to 701, and now it lost $1. So I'm not sure about that. I think this is the backside of the move for it. But yeah, that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in yet again. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.